Today we are looking at one of the most important questions facing India right now. India added 38 million jobs recently, but this chart tells the real story. 43% of workers are stuck in agriculture, which produces only 15% of country's output, and that gap is getting worse. By 2036, India needs anywhere between 1 million and 103 million extra salaried jobs for its youth, depending entirely on how ambitious our policymakers are willing to be. Under the do-nothing scenario, current trends produce just 1 million extra salaried jobs. If we actively improve job quality for graduates, that number rises to 11 million. Bring more women meaningfully into the workforce and the requirement jumps to 22 million. The most ambitious scenario demands 68 million additional salaried positions, nearly tripling what exists today. The solution sits across three connected stages: fix education and skilling, expand formal employment, and make sure informal work is a stepping stone, not a permanent trap. This diagram shows how fragmented our skilling system really is, and why integrating apprenticeship, strengthening placement cells, and making vocational training genuinely aspirational must be the priority. This chart shows women's salaried earnings completely flat since 2017, which is exactly why reducing gender-based segregation in occupation isn't optional, it's essential. Informal work will continue absorbing millions of young Indians, but without social protection and local labor market support, it becomes a poverty trap rather than a pathway forward. Survey says 70% of Indian workers have zero skills, but that can't be right because you cannot run a business or a farm with no skill. The real problem is our system simply cannot measure what it cannot see. This chart captures the central failure of NCS perfectly. Job seekers have grown tenfold, but employer vacancies have barely moved because employers still prefer WhatsApp groups over a government portal. That sharp spike after 2020 says everything. Youth in India's poorest states flooded into NREGA after COVID and never left, turning a rural safety net into an unintentional youth job scheme. India's demographic dividend will not convert into prosperity on its own. It requires education that connects with jobs, skills that are recognized not just certified, and formal employment that is genuinely accessible to every young Indian, regardless of gender, caste, or geography. The transition from learning to earning must be treated as one connected system because systems without jobs go nowhere and jobs without skills don't last.